Today we are going to be talking about the Sketch situation. Now, if you're not familiar with Sketch, let me stop fucking around. All y'all who clicked on this video are familiar with Sketch, but y'all may not be familiar with the whole situation that happened yesterday. I'm lying like shit. All of y'all know what happened, and if you don't, to summarize it very quickly, it got exposed on Twitter or YouTube. I don't know which, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to do any background checks. I didn't want to see it with my own two eyes. I need to see it to believe it. Everybody's telling me, bro, this shit is real. I'm going to listen to that. I'm not trying to see dick and balls everywhere. But the whole situation is it got exposed that a few years back, Sketch was making homosexual content on OnlyFans. And at first, when I first saw this, I just thought it was like one of those made up stories, because it's like people make up shit like this all the time on Twitter. You ever been on Twitter before? Like, Twitter is just reckless. You find like the fake videos that they were saying was Lil Baby like giving a dude head. It's like, I just thought it was gonna be another one of those things that like was gonna be something that people joked about for 2 days and then it was gonna disappear. I didn't believe it at all until Sketch went on stream himself and was like, yo, I did it. Did he do it or did he not do it? I did it. That's essentially what it was. I'm not gonna lie, the whole entire storyline, the whole entire story in general would just caught me off guard. You know, as a content creator, we are used to the content creators that they get exposed as PDF files or abusers, or we get used to they're actually a racist, or they're actually homophobic, or they're actually just a terrible person. Like, we're used to those. We've become so desensitized to those that when it comes out, it's not even a thing anymore. This was so polarizing because it was like, okay, it's one thing if it was exposed that he was gay. It's one thing if it was exposed that he had a OnlyFans in the past, but it was like the combination of both of them, bro. That shit just like everybody didn't know how to respond. But it was an overwhelming amount, and I know that there were a lot of haters. It was an overwhelming amount of like support for Sketch, which I'm happy for. I don't want them to go out there hating, bro. I mean, he didn't do anything. I mean, he just a freaky ass nigga. That's really just it. But just to talk about the response more, Sketch went on live after the situation. I'm not sure if he put out any tweets before, because that's typically the process when it comes to content creator controversy. It gets exposed. They respond with a not very thought out tweet, and then their initial video is like, no, it wasn't me, or they're trying to defend it. And then after all that blows by, they're eventually like, okay, I fucked up, guys. But like, Sketch right off the bat just owned up to it, and it caught everybody off guard, and I feel like it was a lot easier to digest because his comedic timing was on point from the minute that he started up the stream with the whole
elephant in the room, I got a haircut.
The comedic timing in such a serious time, like, what really made that response just so much better. I was like, okay, this shit is actually funny. And as well as the other comments that he made, the other jokes and shit, it was just like, I'm glad that he's not, I mean, I know it's a serious situation. I'm glad he's not taking it that seriously.
I did not have sexual relations with that man. I'm just kidding. I did. Possibly.
Owned up to it. He apologized, which is something that he didn't really have to do. It's not like, you know, he touched kids or stuff like the other content creators. He just is a freaky ass nigga. That's just the 69 god there. That's the only thing. It's just he's into some shit, and he posted that shit onto the internet, and people paid to watch it. Which, by the way, how the fuck did y'all find this shit? I mean, who was going around looking for Sketch's dick and paws, man? Not in a weird way. I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to figure out how you was over there on that side of OnlyFans and what you was doing to get that out. That's some next level federal journalism. Like, I think if I found that shit, I'm just taking it to the grave. I think I'd just take that to the grave. More so to talk about the implications that this situation has on his career. I mean, most of the people that have been supporting him have just supported him through. I mean, like, it's not like he did anything that was, you know, directly wrong. Like, if you agree with it or if you don't, Like, he legally or technically, maybe morally, you got a good argument there, but he didn't do anything that was like just wrong. Like, there's no way you did that. It's just like, whoa, that was a real plot twist. And I also feel like it's just the kind of content that he makes. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you don't watch Sketch because you're like, yo, Sketch gets bitches. You know what I'm saying? You watch Sketch because it's like his comedic timing is good. He's funny, and he's really quick when it comes to responding to shit with a good joke. Like, you watch it to be entertained. You don't watch it because you're like, yeah, I know, I just know he gets bitches. Like, it's different if it's like a content creator like Duke Dennis, and I'm not saying anything about his content. I fuck with Duke Dennis, content heavy. It's just, but more so, his persona is built around being Mr. Bitches. Like, all the hoes love him and shit, and it's like, that's what his content isn't based around, but is a part of the appeal towards a content creator like that. And if it was like him on some freaky ass timing, that changes his career. You know what I'm saying? Just because the dynamic of it. But like with Sketch, all the nigga does, and it's an enjoyable thing. I'm not saying it to take a hit at him. All he does is just he's on the spectrum a little bit, and he plays Madden. Like, nothing is gonna change. The Madden gameplay ain't gonna change, bro. It's just gonna be the same exact shit. And if anything, the only real negative to his career is probably that until he stops streaming, every single time that he sparks up a stream or something, somebody's going to say some shit. But they were going to do that anyways with the kind of persona that he has. It was an easy target to make fun of. But realistically, I think if he would have fumbled this response and he would have fucked it up and it wasn't genuine, I think he'd be in more trouble. But he just handled the response so well. He gave insight to where he was at that time, talked about how he changed, he apologized, he owned up to it, and he still made it something that was not like entertaining, but it was digestible. So I really think that Sketch is gonna be good. He's gonna be a little gay too, but he's gonna be good. Like, his content didn't change, and if you can't watch him anymore, I mean, so be it, bro. But the amount of people that were in that stream yesterday, I'm just telling you right now, he's gonna be just fine. If y'all like this video, you got any other topics that you want to talk to, just make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, do all that shit that you're supposed to do. And until then, I'm out, brother.